I'm David Graham, and I'm the head knight at the Florida Medieval Times Castle. I have worked at Medieval Times for just over 18 years now. We have many preventative measures to help the knights remain injury-free. We practice 2.5 hours a day. We have safety equipment such as I'm wearing a vest underneath my tunic. It's a motocross vest, so it has padding on the chest and a gaiter back on the back to protect the spine. My shoulder pieces are padded on the inside to prevent any bruising or separations to the shoulder, much like shoulder pads for football players. Our practice regimen is about 2 to 2.5 hours a day. We practice our stunt falls. Each knight who performs in the show has probably jumped off a horse at least 50 to 60 times just in practice. So we can, and starting at a standstill where it's the safest, and working their way into a full canter. So that way they're moving, in between 15 and 20 miles per hour when they come off the horse. So that their technique when they land is so we can land as safe as possible, as often as possible. And we practice the sword play every day before the show and go over our choreography. To become a knight, young men usually train from 2 months to maybe 8 months' time, depending on their agility, their knowledge of horses, their ability to learn how to ride. Riding the horse and communicating with the horse probably takes most of the time. To actually learn the sword fighting, that only takes maybe 10 to 20% of the total training time before they become ready to do the show.
I can't wait to be a knight. It's I enjoy watching them every day. It's a big opportunity I'm waiting for. I can't wait to be a knight. It seems exciting, fun, and something to look up to.
Well, once I started it has, and once I started as a squire, I wanted to learn how to become a knight. But before that, I didn't have much exposure to horses or sword fighting. So I guess as maybe a 5 to 10-year-old, it was something that was in my mind, but maybe not thought of as a reality. But once I started it, I pursued it wholeheartedly. I personally don't think it's me who keeps the role exciting for myself. I think it's our guests every night who keep me entertained and keep it exciting for me, because I love to see the audience's reaction, from the little girls and their love of the horses to maybe just seeing a middle-aged man jump up in the middle of a fight and yell and scream, "Get him! Get him! Go get him!" And even sometimes grandmas who are just so impressed by the horsemanship or the sword fighting themselves. I really enjoy watching the people's reaction while I'm working.
Pay them a lot of money usually is how I get the crowd excited, but most of the time the crowd kind of feeds upon itself. We're a very exciting show, as I'm sure you know, because you've been here a couple of times. If we have a group, even if it's a small group, they get excited, the rest of the crowd gets excited. If it's a dead show, certainly, then I'll bring out points to them that they should watch or look for, or my voice will entail excitement or just the enjoyment of the show itself. So it's part me, mostly the people that are in the show.
What was it like for me working as a squire, trying to become a knight? I remember there were some long days. I would wake up early and practice. We would get in around 7 a.m. and ride until about 11. And then in the afternoons, we would come back in around 4 and practice for 2 hours. So it was a lot of new stuff for me. I was learning how to ride horses, learning how to jump off horses, sword fight. I was learning to appreciate the power of the audience and how it could affect our show.
My job entails is basically getting the horse ready for the knights, washing them, making sure they're clean, making sure they're prepped right, making sure their saddle's on, making sure they're ready for the show. Also, we help the knights get ready for the show. A couple other things is we get their weapons for them during their fights. Basically doing anything, for the knight, making it easy as possible, so they can do their job as clean and have fun. Basically, doing the grunt work.
Although our job is perceived as dangerous, I feel our preparation keeps me from what's the word I'm looking for? Being preoccupied with being in danger. I mean, we prepare so much and we practice so much that even though the stunts that we do could be considered dangerous, to me, jumping off the horse is almost like walking down to my mailbox and getting my mail, or mowing the lawn, or something like that. It's something we do so often that I don't really think of it as a dangerous activity. I'm more afraid of reaching into the bushes for a golf ball and being bit by a snake or some poisonous spider than I am performing in the show every night.
Turn around, look at what you see. In her face, the mirror of your dream. Make believe I'm everywhere, I'm hidden in the light. Written on the pages is the answer to a never-ending story. Never-ending story. Reach the stars, fly a fantasy.
Performing in front of so many people, I don't feel that I am in danger, even though what we do is dangerous.
What are the dangers and risks that are involved in the performance, and how do you feel about those
okay,
risks
all right.
in case it is
All right.
something serious?
We gotta be careful there with that question. So I'd rather be, you have to answer the way that gives you credit.
All right, all right.